Hi, I'm Mekhi Evans. I'm English high school major. I'm from Hilliard, Ohio, and I'm in the College of Education here at Ohio University.
Hi, I'm Owen Vandivier. I'm part of the cohort 1 for Brothers Rise. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, and I'm a social studies education major for high school.
What's up? My name is James Williams. Great to see you guys again. I'm from Mansfield, Ohio. I am part of Patton Education. I'm a special education major, and I'm part of cohort 2.
Hi, my name is Arthur Bargainer. I'm a first year in cohort 2 in the Brothers Rise program here at the Patton College of Education, and I'm a social studies education major with licensure area for 7 through 12. And I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio.
Hello, I'm Harper. I'm an integrated social studies major in the Patton College of Education at Ohio University. I am from Gahanna, Ohio, and I'm a part of cohort 1.
What's up, guys? I'm Andre Martin. I'm a transfer sophomore. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I'm in cohort 1. I'm in the Patton College of Education, and I'm studying pre-health and physical education.
You are watching and listening to the Brothers Rise Ohio podcast.
So I got to know about Brothers Rise. It was the summer year of my senior year going into college, and Jason and Tracy reached out to me. They sent me something in the mail, and then I saw it. They contacted me. I reached out. I emailed them, told them I was interested in the program, and they pretty much got back to me quick. Came to my house, set up a meeting, told me about the program, Brothers Rise, African American males getting into teaching, and I was kind of on the fence about going to Ohio University, but when they came to my house, it kind of just pushed me over the edge. And it's a great program. I have no regrets about being here. This is where I need to be. So
I think I first heard of it through the mail. I think they sent me something. I didn't really think about it too much, though. And then one day over the summer, I just randomly got called by Dr. Rawls, and he asked if I was interested, and I was like, sure, because I didn't really think about it. But then instead of them coming to me, my mom, who went here and became a teacher, she got a degree from Ohio University. We drove back out here over the summer to meet them here at Patton, and that's how I first met them. This is the community aspect of it. We are all African Americans trying to become teachers, and I wanted to experience that community and see how they're going to do it, especially since this is a new program. I was curious about how we're going to do it, what we're going to do, what activities, and I don't regret it.
And they sent me an email, and Dr. Rawls basically wanted to meet me and my mom. We talked. I knew that the opportunity they were giving me I would be foolish not to take up on the offer. So I'm like, okay. I was already going to Ohio University, but I knew once I heard about this program, I knew that it would be a golden opportunity.
When I applied to OU, I got accepted into the Patton College of Education. I had my major declared, and then I ended up getting reached out to by Dr. Rawls, who runs our program, and he ends up coming and visiting me at one of the coffee shops near my home, and he gave a great talk about the experience, what it would be like for me, and how we could make OU more of a home for me which I already was comfortable going to OU, but it felt even more homier when he came and talked to me about it.
When it comes to Brothers Rise, I applied to Ohio University kind of just normally. I was a senior at Gahanna, came down, visited, really liked the campus, was like, okay, I want to come. And after I applied, Dr. Rawls and Dr. Tracy came to my house, and they literally recruited me like I was an athlete to come join Brothers Rise. It threw me off because I was like growing up, everybody loves sports. You hear about getting recruited or people coming to your house and stuff, and they literally came to my house like, we're recruiting you to come join this program. It's gonna be so good for you. You need to come. And I came, and I love it.
I actually was reached out by Jason. He actually came to my house, and they recruited me, and they met my family, met my mom and my dad, Pretty much just broke everything down about Brothers Rise and told me what they were doing with Brothers Rise and what they were rallying to do for the Patton College of Education.
I go to meetings, and I always try to do as much as I can for the organization. Any optional thing, I'll try to do it. Sometimes I can't because my classes may interfere, but yeah, I always try to stay involved, try to help out as much as I can. And if anybody needs any help, I always am willing to give them any help they need.
With Brothers Rise, I think I first started with going to our beginning of the year launch events where I met most of the guys. I got a feel for who they were, talked to all of them. And then now I continuously go to our bi-weekly meetings and attend some of the conferences and meetings and events that we are offered through various opportunities.
Brothers Rise is family down here in Athens. Sometimes you come down here and you don't know a lot of people, you're by yourself, you need people to lean on. And Brothers Rise has definitely given me that. It's really a community. We come, we meet bi-weekly, join, come in for the meetings, talk about what we're going through, how college is going. And then on top of that, we build, and we do events, we do things, we give speeches. I just love it. I love it.
Brothers Rise, it's impacted me greatly, from my whole time being here. We meet often. It's pretty much my home I have here that I don't, because I'm away from home in Athens. We're the minority here, and Brothers Rise has really just taken me in, sheltered me. Gave me some place to vent when I need to, and share my emotions when I need to, and I just couldn't ask for anybody else to do it but Jason and Tracy and the group of brothers we have. So, it's just a really great thing, and they impacted me greatly here. So, I couldn't ask to be anywhere else.
I think it's me getting out more. I honestly don't get out too much, but things like Arthur, he suggests that we go to Black Student Union meetings, and we have different events that we advertise during our meetings. And those are opportunities for me to get out to the community and see more of OU that I wouldn't have seen before if I didn't have those opportunities.
Being involved in Brother Rise had impacted me quite a lot, knowing I have a group of guys that have my back, and if I ever need advice, I could come talk to them, and they would help me with my college experience. And just so far, having cohort 1 and just them mentoring me basically through my freshman year has been a great help.
This program has really given me a chance to develop myself as a man because of the fact that when I was growing up, I wasn't really around too many men of color, so it was not an experience that I was used to. But coming here, I got a chance to interact, learn more about that experience, and it's also helped me trailblaze my own experience here.
Other than, kind of academically, Brothers Rise also brings in so many different connections and networking opportunities. And it's just you would be it's just ridiculous, the amount of opportunities that we've gotten. I literally got to meet with a district last week, on a meeting. It's amazing.
Brothers Rise is something different, honestly, just because I've never experienced a group like this. I've always been on a team. I've always played sports growing up my whole entire life, but just coming into a close, a tight-knit crew, and just having a group of brothers to call on whenever you need something, or for people just to be there whenever you need anything, it's made a big difference on my college experience.
So the program has really impacted my academics because it's keeping me on top of things, keeping me in check pretty much. We have a great, advisor, Tracy, and he really handles the academic stuff, and he keeps us accountable for that. Make sure we all have 3.0s and above. I mean, I think we're all doing great here in Brothers Rise because of him. He sets up the whole planning, walks us through everything, the syllabus, everything you need to know. So he really keeps us in check about that stuff, and that's pretty much how that's impacted me. It's kept me on top of my grades pretty much.
I think it really has helped. It's always something that I think about, especially with Dr. Tracy Robinson. He helps us keep on track with our GPA and make sure that we go to every class and do all our work, and it's really helpful just to have that in your back of your mind, thinking about, yeah, I can do this work, so that it helps out for the program itself. Because if I do good, then the program does well, and I do want the program to expand. So that's always in the back of my head when I'm studying, or if I don't want to study, I'm thinking, yeah, maybe I should study, because here's the reason why, and yeah, I want to make sure the program keeps expanding.
Brother Rice's impact my academics is by having a goal and me wanting to meet the goal each time. One of the rules we have is maintaining a 3.0, and us having that as the rule makes me want to exceed it. So yes, that's how Brother Rice helped me academically.
I've always been a person that's really into school and like academia, but I think being a part of this program has allowed me to realize that that is not all that is important. So it's really been giving me a chance to really withdraw myself from academia, like, because sometimes I absorb too much and I get too involved in my studies and I get super fixated on something, and this allows me to reel it back and realize that school will always be there and you still can do things, but you don't always have to be thinking just strictly about school.
Brothers Rise academically had just made me more focused. It's given me kind of like a sense of community, that I'm not just down here doing this for me and my future, like I'm doing something for the future of others. Like it brings you out of yourself and more into like trying to do something for a community. Like, I know I got to get this so I can still stay in and I can still, contribute and be influential.
Brothers Rise academically has just made me focus more on academics, because growing up, I was not your typical, like, good student. I always struggled in school. I honestly was not even planning to go to college if it wasn't for Brothers Rise. I was going to community college, and that was just to make my mom happy. So Brothers Rise has really gave me the initiative to step up and actually do schoolwork and enjoy school and enjoy this learning and doing education.
Probably my favorite experience it's actually the t-shirt I have on right here. Last year for spring break, we went to Washington, D.C., and Tyler, the Creator, was actually there, and we went to see him. We set up a whole itinerary from my other brother, Owen. He set the whole thing up, so credit to him. So we went to Tyler, the Creator, and we all had a great time. I got the shirt, and we had a really great experience there, all just in that concert, singing the songs. I mean, we all like them, so.
I think the Washington, D.C. trip we did last spring break, 2022 spring break, that really stuck with me, especially when we went around the National Mall and visited all landmarks. And I got to see all the history, all the historical landmarks, especially the Lincoln Memorial. I walked inside of it. We were all together. We took pictures at Lincoln Memorial, MLK statue, all that. We went to the side of the African American Culture Museum, and that was a really great experience, getting to see all the history with my own eyes, especially in the nation's capital.
One experience that I had is when we went to Columbus for that teacher conference. That was one thing that really stuck with me. Having that experience, just driving down to Columbus with them and seeing the superintendents from Ohio, getting to talk to the teacher of the year, talk to him, and getting his experience was a great insight that I wouldn't have gotten if I wasn't here.
I think my most profound memory would be the fact when we went to play laser tag and I absolutely killed all of them in the game. They all were not messing with me on the laser tag side. They all were not that good. The rest of them, if you need somebody to shoot a gun, don't ask them. None of them have any aim, speed, accuracy. It was terrible. It was just it was bad for them.
The biggest memory for me would be when we went and talked in front of the board. So like we went to DC, which was amazing and crazy because I've never flown before, never been to a basketball game. Like they gave me all my first things, which I was so like grateful for. And then we came back and we just kind of shared that experience with the board. And my grandma watched it on the like live stream. It was just like a surreal moment for me. I got in front of the board, spoke, did good. Like, I loved it.
One memory that would definitely be this year. It would actually just be this year at the Laser Craze. I wouldn't say it was Laser Craze, but we went to, like, Geneva Hills, and we all played laser tag. And it just kind of just helped us develop a stronger bond with each other. Just because beforehand, I left the program just earlier in that semester. So I was not as close with all the other brothers as everyone else was. And then we had our new brothers, Arthur and James, come in, and so I just fit in. I got in with the crew, and then we all finally started connecting, and just made everything a lot easier to build relationship and bonds.
You are watching and listening to the Brothers Rise Ohio podcast.
So one word I would use to describe Brothers Rise is only one word that comes to mind. Really, it's family. I mean, it's pretty much a family here, and that's probably the only word that comes to mind when I think of Brothers Rise.
I would describe it as support. We support each other, and that's our goal here. Support each other through college. Make sure we all can graduate on time, and not have to spend as much money on student loans as possible. And that really is good for all of us to be successful later in life.
One word I would use to describe Brother Rise is brotherhood. The reason why I would describe it as a brotherhood is because we are close-knit. Once again, if we ever need something or if somebody had a question or needed advice, we had each other's back.
I would say familiar, because although I feel like I have not known most of these people for a long time, it feels familiar to me. It feels like I belong. It feels comforting to me. So I think familiar would be the best word, yeah.
The word I would use to describe Brothers Rise is determination. From the point when they came out to my house and kind of recruited me to just us going to D.C., us getting ready to go to Clemson, just the opportunities, the presentations in front of the board, the presentations in front of deans. It's just, I feel like everyone who created the program has been determined, and it has kind of influenced us to make us more determined as well to do good.
One word I would use to describe Brothers Rise is, I would say amazing, honestly, just because of the benefits and the everything that they've brought to me. I was paying for school before for this and like working constantly, and now I'm not working as much. I've had my tuition paid for. Everything's just been so much better. There's a lot of just good benefits, and I've met so many different people that have just changed my life as a whole. Honestly, just love to be here. Just thankful for the Brothers Rise program.
If you're in college or you're not in college yet and you're wondering like anything about Brothers Rise, this program here, I mean, just know that we're a family before anything. And even though we are educationally on top of things, you know, we do get our work done. We do have that aspect of us. First things first, we're a family and we're brothers. I mean, we're a group here. And even if you're on the fence about teaching or anything, you know, just come here, try it out, see what you like, meet the brothers, and I'm sure it will change your mind about any doubts you have.
I think you gotta make sure you come with a mindset that you want to stay, that you want to do the work, that you want to get your degree, not just to come to school just to party. Make sure you have to understand the academics part of it, and make sure that you know your pathway, and make sure that you don't just blow $20,000 out the window for one semester or 1 year just so you can drop out, and make sure you can stay on track and keep focused.
If you were to come here, you'd be making a great decision. That's would be my final word. If you come here, you're getting a great community of guys.
I think the biggest thing for African American males and African Americans in general is just to find your own voice, whether it be here at Ohio University or at another four-year institution or even at a trade school. I think the biggest thing for you is to find your voice, find out what matters to you, and use that to propel you through life.
When it comes down to just being down in Athens as African American, like it's just, I mean, you're at a PWI, it is what it is, but there are plenty of, you're not alone. Okay, so that's just the big thing I want to get out there is that if you are an African-American kid on campus, you're not alone. There are plenty of communities, plenty of organizations who are willing to reach out and want to help you make friends, build that community. So just something that's very important is you're not alone.
So for all my incoming freshmen or people that honestly all my high school students, just continue to grind, focus. Even if you're not looking at education, it's always good to get in. Just look at it. I'm not sure how to say this the right way, but I was never looking at education. I never wanted to be a teacher. I was always told that I never wanted to deal with those bad kids because I was one of those bad kids growing up. So don't let your past define who you are as a person now. Learn from your mistakes, grow, and become a better person, and give back to your community and help your community out that helped you get to where you need to be.
I hope we can get more and more people to come in because I do think this is very beneficial for the people in it. And I think that if we can increase our numbers, it'll be better for the community, especially for the state of Ohio where we don't have many African-American teachers. I think we need more. And programs like this are helping expand that. And I think we need to make sure we can recruit more students. And that's my hope is we get a bigger cohort.
Hopes for the future. This podcast is going off, being very successful.
I hope for the future that this program expands amongst as well as the many other organizations I'm involved with down here. And I hope that I can graduate in 4 years and feel like I've changed since the first moment I stepped on campus.
I hope for the future. There's only one answer for that. I think we just expand this group and keep doing more fun things, keep staying on top of our work. Because you know what, the most fun I had in college was probably the Washington, D.C. trip. Just being with the guys and going on that trip. So yeah, just get some more guys on that trip and keep doing them.